Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top plotter and trading view with over 190k reputation points. And in this video, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for a potential move on this pair. Now, how will I be doing that? As usual, first I will be analyzing the pair from a technical perspective, then we will go and see what we have when it comes to the order flow, so the commitment of traders, which is what hedge funds and the non-commercials, so the biggest speculators in the market, are doing. So without wasting any more time, let's jump straight to the charts. Okay, so let's make a full breakdown of the situation that we currently have for XRP USD. Now, starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that at the moment we are testing a very strong level of previous monthly resistance, which was resistance here and again here, which the market broke to the upside and went and retested with this move here. Now, obviously, at this point, this previous resistance was turned support. The market, in fact, rejected it to the upside. And at the moment, we're testing once again this exact same support that we do expect the market to reject to the upside. So here on the monthly, everything seems very bullish, and we do expect a potential rejection to the upside. Dropping down on the weekly, what do we have? Now, here in the weekly time frame, we can see how the market was previously testing this zone here as support, against support. We then had this fake breakout to the downside. The market then broke back above the level. At that point, this previous support was once again turned a support here, again here, and we can see how we have just tested the zone and we are already rejecting it to the upside. And what we can expect is for the market to create more bullish continuation. So at the moment, everything looks very bullish. Dropping down on the daily, what do we see? Now here on the daily time frame, we can see a strong impulse. Now, if we look left, we can see how in all this move to the downside, there is one candle not related to the move, which is exactly this green candle here, showing that this zone is now very strong support and demand. And there is a good probability that if the market will go and test this area, it should get rejected to the upside. We also know that in general, if you have an impulse and you want to measure the correction, you have to take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse. And if we do that, we can see how we have a 0.32 Fibonacci retracement lining up exactly at this area that we do expect the market to go and test and then to potentially reject to the upside. Meaning that this area at the moment is the zone of interest that if the market will go and test, we expect the market to reject to the upside. Now, if we go and see what we have when it comes to the on-chain data, so how in general Bitcoins are moving on and off from exchanges. Now, the reason for which I'm looking at Bitcoins is because obviously most of the crypto market is highly correlated to Bitcoin, as you probably already noticed. So if we have an indication of how Bitcoins are getting moved on exchanges, we can get more data to make our analysis also for XRP USD. Now, what we can see here is that during this move to the downside that we got on Bitcoin with this black line, the purple line, which is the amount of Bitcoins on exchanges, has continued to drop, with a new massive drop coming with this last push to the downside. So we are at definitely almost how many years has it been that we haven't been so low with the amount of Bitcoins on exchanges? So the last time was in 2000 and basically 13, 14, where we had this amount of Bitcoins on exchanges. So way a lot of years ago, which means that we could easily see a big move to the upside if we have an increase of demand, because the amount of illiquid supply is continuing to grow. So the amount of liquid supply that is already on exchanges and moving is continuing to drop, which means that if Bitcoin will create a move to the upside, this move to the upside on XRP USD should definitely be created in order to mirror the move that is supposedly going to happen of BTC USD. Therefore, if we will have a correction to this area, this is definitely a good zone, inside of which we could be looking for a potential longing opportunity. Now, how we could be doing that. As usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily combined with the on-chain data, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the intraday time frames. Therefore, the way in which we could be approaching this is monitoring price action from an intraday perspective during this move to the downside, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bearish market as we would have to an intraday bullish market. And if the market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market and provide to us one of our valid entries at that point, we could be looking for this potential long with a good risk to reward and good probabilities at that point for the move to the upside and for the market to potentially complete this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. Now, if you don't know what I'm speaking about when I say market environment shift and valid entries, that is all part of the mentorship program, which you can access now completely for free. The link, in fact, is in the description, and I really suggest that you go and check it out. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free education analysis for all of you, because obviously it helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I will see you in my next video.